Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again. I hope you're doing great. Today we're going to be flying in Alaska. We're going to be flying from Sitka to Yakutat. We're going to be delivering some cargo that is needed at the remote outpost, but the major purpose of this video is to showcase the IFR-1 by Octavi. As always, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the video. So usually when I do reviews like this one, especially with equipment, I always write down the script and I stick to it as much as I can. I read it out, I prepare it, and I follow the script by order. In this case, I wanted to do something different. I think that the Octavi IFR-1 is best showcased doing what it does best, and that is flying with it. It dramatically decreased the amount of mouse input that I had to do in my flights because it automates a bunch of tedious tasks that I had to do with my mouse. So basically, anything that had to be done with my mouse and that I had to use my scroll wheel to do, and it just ended up in me, zooming in on the cockpit camera and zooming out on the cockpit camera, and that was just completely a mess. The IFR-1 by Octavi solved that instantly. I do want to say before we dive into the actual flight that this review is completely sponsored by Octavi. Felix was amazing by sending me a free Octavi 1 and the support bracket for my Honeycomb Bravo that you will see in the video as it goes. This goes without saying that even though the review is sponsored, my opinions are my own. They always are, but I just wanted to make a point that this is completely sponsored. I'd also like to give a special mention to the amazing card that he left me on the box. Thank you, Felix. You are really the best, and I wish you and Octavi and everybody in the Octavi team the best. So everything is loaded up, the cargo is ready to go, and so am I. I've got everything plugged in, so we're just going to be starting up the aircraft, and yeah, I'll see you once we're ready to taxi. Okay, now, so all engines are running, so let's give a quick look at the GPS right here. So without touching my mouse right away, let's go into comms and switch the Unicom, switch the frequency to Unicom. Here we go. 122.8, and then click the transfer, and instantly right there is switched to my active. Now let's do the same with the frequency of right at the departure. Here we have Biora Island of Sitka, which is frequency 113.8 for this VOR, so we'll tune that in as well. So we go to nav 1 113 decimal, what is it, 113.8. So 113.8, and then switch, and there we go. Right now it's on the active, and maybe, yeah, we can already pick it up. So let's say that I want to switch the knob as well. Okay, so all you got to do is while nav 1 is selected, you click the encoder and you switch this knob right there. If you use the big one, it does bigger increases. If you do the small one, it's very easy to adjust. Very, very, very intuitive this way. So let's also take a look at the transponder. So the transponder, we want to set it to the standard VFR, because we're going to be flying, flying basically VFR all the way through. So I click transponder and I switch with the encoder to in this case it's actually going to be 1200 because we're in the US, and that is going to be it. Okay, cool, pretty cool. Now let's go into the GPS unit, and then let's make sure we can put our route. We basically have a direct route, but I did put a waypoint in the middle in Navigraph, which is called Mapit. And the only reason why I did this is so we can actually figure out how to place a flight plan without touching my mouse. So all you gotta do, you go into FMS1, you go into flight plan right there, and now we start inputting stuff. So you click, just like the real thing, you click it inside, you rotate the knob, and here we go. So right now we are at PASI, we go. So PASI, perfect. Enter, Happy. There we go, Alaska. Enter, and then the last one, which is PAYA, which is the KO code for the Yaku something, our arrival airport. Yakutat. Enter, and that's it. So flight plan is done. We go back to nav, and now we have our route right there. So we will be departing from runway 11, I believe. So let's go ahead and taxi out. Okay, while we're waiting here, I'm just gonna put my lights. So extend, turn them on. We're already on, and the cowl flaps to 4. Now this is why it's good that you have the Octavi and the Honeycomb Bravo, because the Honeycomb Bravo can do a bunch of different things with the autopilot panel. So as you see there, I was using the encoders on the autopilot panel to, for example, control the cowl flaps. And I still retain all the control of the autopilot right here on this unit. So amazing. Very good. Okay. So just to get my situational awareness, I'm gonna be departing 1-1, making a right turn. And then we're gonna try and intercept radial 303. So right turn to intercept radial 303 of the VOR Island VOR. So let's set that up. So nav, then nav course, then 303. That's about there. Okay, let's get going. Landing lights are on, cowl flaps are set, everything's looking good. Alrighty, let's get going. Power to 30. Stabilize. 55. 80 knots. 100. Let's start pulling back on that stick. There we go, we're airborne. Positive rate. Here coming up. Sweet. Weather is pretty good down here. Not sure if it's gonna be the same way into Yakutat. We shall see. Alrighty. Flaps. Stop making our gentle right turn while still maintaining that climb. Let's reduce that power on the climb as well. Now, before we skip all this stuff, I do want to showcase something very special about the Octavi, which is with the DC-6 profile, you can control the gyro pilot. Okay, it is a bit finicky to understand how to do this, but I think I got it now. So let's just go into the GPS and let's do, first of all, direct to the waypoint we want to go to. So we hit FMS1, direct, happy, enter, enter, and there we go. Okay, so now we go to control the autopilot. If we take a look down here, we go first, we put the autopilot lever, then we do the clutch. I think it's right here. There we go. And now to switch between gyro pilot mode and nav mode, you hit nav, and now the gyro pilot is following my route. pretty amazing, and it was quite intuitive. Quite intuitive. Because right here, I don't know if you can see it well on the video. I'm just gonna try and not block it with my hands. But if you take a look here, so this one stays for heading, so the left side of the gyro pilot, which is the gyro pilot function. Nav stays for gyro pilot, which is basically following, you know, the navigation on the GPS, and then you'll get the approach one, which is approach. So all these three buttons right here, they basically switch the knob on the gyro pilot. Pretty intuitive. But the only thing that was kind of weird was the lever. Okay, so you activate the gyro pilot here, but then you do the clutch on the VS. That's the only thing that I found a bit weird, but it was pretty. It's okay. I mean, it's not too bad. Okay, so we should probably start trimming this thing because we're now at 4,000. I want to get us to 4,500 feet. Then we'll level out. Okay. So I'm pushing my trim wheel now, reaching 4,500, and now I hit Alt, and there we go. Easy. I'm gonna spare you the cruise because you definitely don't wanna sit here throughout the cruise, and I'll get back to you once we're on the approach. And you can see this thing working for a VOR approach, which hopefully goes well. We shall see. Alrighty, we're back in action now. We're almost reaching Yakutat. We are looking at the weather in front of us, and it's not looking good. We have overcast clouds at 3,500, but other than that, we should be fine. The wind is very calm, so we will commit to a VOR approach for runway 29er. So in order to get to this VOR approach, what we're going to need to do is tune in the frequency, input the correct course, and then figure out our descent as we go. So this is pretty simple with the DC-6, but it gets even simpler with the Octavi. So right now we're just going to be preparing our descent. We're going to have to start descending to 1,400 feet, and we need to be by 1,400 feet at 5.1 nautical miles from the Yakutat VOR. So the Yakutat VOR frequency is 113.3, so we'll go ahead and click nav 113.3, switch that to our active. Let's also switch our CDI to oops, my bad. I meant to switch the, oh god. Okay, I meant to switch my CDI to V-lock. I'll need to engage the autopilot once again. How did I do that? So I disconnect this thing, then I need to reconnect. Nope, I need to put this to this, then this to this, and engage. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's gonna be it for now. Yeah, that sounds alright. Oh, okay. We're into clouds already. So we'll figure out. We need to intercept course 308. So let's go to nav again. Click to the course, and then the course is 308, which is basically 10 minus 2. There we go. So we're slightly to the right, but we will correct that. Actually, we don't need to correct that. It is coming to us. We need to turn on the DMA, so we know we are now at 10. nautical miles, so we need to start descending ASAP. Let's start descending ASAP. Things are happening very, very fast now. Okay, so now that my OBS is set to the final approach course, I'm gonna go ahead and engage localizer, and that's gonna capture what I needed to capture. We're now 8 miles away, and we still need to lose quite a bit. Let's go ahead and increase our rate to descend. We should be breaking through the clouds anytime now, but go ahead and extend our landing lights. Open up our cowl flaps as well. 4. And I can see the ground already. Lights coming on. Okay. We're now 5 nautical miles away, and we're 3,000 feet too high. Yeah, I see the airport. So I see the airport. We're in no condition to land this thing, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and apply the missed approach. So, my controls. And let's go around. I wonder where I did what I did wrong here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, of course. It says I'm to the left of it. It's strange. Doesn't matter. Yeah, because allegedly now, if I look at this needle right here, now I'm on the correct course. I need to learn how to use this better. I always do ILS approaches with the DC-6, so now with the Octavi, I guess I should practice some old school stuff. Start using VORs a bit more, because this one was not a good practice. Okay, anyways, let's focus on the landing now. Speed is looking okay, we're a bit fast, but we can easily correct that. A bit turbulent here. Okay. Considerable crosswind. We shall take that into consideration. It is pushing us to the left. So I'll go ahead and correct, dipping the wing into the wind. Now execute le flare. Straighten those wings and those pedals. And there we go, on the ground. Ailerons into the wind. Reverse. And we are safely on the ground. Okay, we need to vacate and go over to Apron Alpha. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we safely made it to Yakutat, and I think the most important thing here was to actually showcase the IFR-1, and I think we did that pretty well. It really helped out, despite my poor IFR skills. It really helped out navigating the menus, navigating the comms, navigating the nav frequencies, navigating the actual GNS 430 unit. So yeah, I have no doubt that this thing is another game changer on my setup. I'm extremely happy to be in possession of one, and the metal bracket that you see here, especially if you own a Bravo, is top notch. This thing is solid metal. It was super easy to set up, and the whole unit was really fast and easy to set up. I'm not gonna be doing a unboxing and setting up video. There's no need for that. There's a bunch of other YouTubers that did that. What my actual objective with this video was to showcase the unit working, and it works wonders. So if you do want to get one, go ahead. Felix and his team deserve it. They are truly amazing people, and it was a blast speaking to him and getting my hands on one of these things. I will surely be treasuring this gift throughout my flight sim career as much as I can. So if you have any questions, let me know on the comment section below. I'll also leave a link in the description if you want to buy one of these things. And I think that's it from me. So yeah, as always, safe flights to everyone. See ya!